Hey friends, I've been meaning to go live and share something that happened Saturday night. It has to do with God and parenting, which in my book has a lot to do with God and parenting. I'll say parenting and God. That'll get confusing. But I learned a lot about parenting from God, changed our parenting style completely. And one of the things that happened Saturday night reminded me of something that happened a really long time ago with my son Joshua. I guess it was about 6 years ago. I had a moment. Okay, I won't share that. Anyways, here's what happened. So for those of you who have kids and you try really hard, you try your best to teach them the ways of God and teach them to be honest and do things. And when you go out in public, even though we shouldn't, we want them to look a certain way or behave a certain way. We want them to do things so that so they look nice and pretty. And that is something that God has totally shifted and is still working on both Dell and I with when it comes to the kids and how they look and all those things. But Saturday night we were at a service at the Both and More conference, and I had one kid that was seemingly super engaged, and then other kids who would look not engaged. And I've struggled back and forth with this. I know that, you can be in worship and be drawing or flagging or jumping or singing or just sitting. There's so many different ways that our worship is expressed. But when we get caught up with the way it looks, it causes us to do different things. And so for me, Saturday night, I found myself praying, and I'm saying to God, God, I trust you with my kids. God, I trust you with my kids. God, I trust you with my kids. Trying, mentally, you repeat things until you believe it. And I was saying, God, I trust you with my kids. And I meant well. I meant okay, if they're sitting or they're drawing or they're doing something different than what it looks like everybody else is doing, I'm okay with that. And I trust, God, that you can break through that. And I trust that you can speak and they can hear you and that they'll get whatever you want them to get. God, I trust that my kids are going to get whatever you want them to receive tonight. And that's what I was saying. And after about 2 or 3 times of me saying, God, I trust you with my kids, he was like, I trust you with my kids. I trust you with my kids. And I was like, bam, wow, who in the world am I? What in the world? It was just, it was I was both in shock and both awed at, oh my gosh, that I'm saying, God, I trust you with my kids. And so this takes me back to Joshua a few years ago, because that's when I first realized where God made it super clear to me. We dedicate our kids to God, and, they get the little certificate and put this on their wall and remind them of whose they are. And that, we do all that. But the truth is, when we dedicate our kids to God, they're God's, and they were already God's, right? He gave them to us. Our kids are a gift. So when he hit me in the face with, no, I trust you with my kids, I was like, wow, because they're not mine. I'm stewarding them. I am holding these gifts in my hands. My husband and I are holding these gifts in our hands, and our job is to steward these gifts well, to teach them the ways of the Father and teach them about their big brother and about Holy Spirit and all the tools that we have as believers, and to walk this Christian life out. He gave our kids to us to show them that. And I'm sitting here praying to God saying, God, I trust you with my kids, that you can speak to my kids and reach them, right where they are, because you're so good. And it was like, no, they're mine, Joe. They're mine. You have them to take care of them and steward them. So I wanted to share that with you guys, because maybe that will help you. Yeah, right? Whoa, Christina. So that helped me. And I think about it every day, because I do pray those prayers. As believers, I think we're constantly going back and forth and sometimes struggling with, God, I trust you. It looks a mess all around me, but I trust you. And so in that effort to trust God and give him my all, I put my kids in there. And of course, it makes sense. It's hard. It makes sense to say, God, I trust you. But at the same time, how much stuff are we carrying and thinking is our role and responsibility? And the role and responsibility is actually different. right? It is our job to teach and to train them, but at the same time, it's like, but they're theirs. So anyways, my BAM moment from God, and hopefully that helps you to steward your gifts and your children and your roles and responsibilities well, but understanding that you're still not in control. So that's him. That's his job. I love Daddy so much. I love Daddy so much. Okay, guys, have a great day.